In your experience, what are the biggest misconceptions people have about 3D printing? What do you wish people understood more about this technology? Well, there's a few misconceptions. One is speed. So those of you who have worked in traditional manufacturing know how long it really takes to make something. And when I first started in 3D printing, people would say, how many weeks is it going to take to get this product? And I would say you could have it tomorrow or in a couple days. And that was 10 years ago, 12 years ago, really like mind-blowing versus the 6 to 18 weeks to get a prototype. Some people have taken this maybe a little too far and think that it's pretty much instantaneous when you create a part, and that's not the case. We run some prints almost 100 hours. Some prints can be an hour, some can be 10 hours, some can be 100 hours. It is a misconception now where people will send us a file that is, a large part and a lot of printing time with a day or two of lead time to produce it, and it's not physically possible. I find it kind of entertaining, to be honest with you, just having worked in the traditional manufacturing industry and knowing how long it really does take to make product. The other common misconception people have is that you finish 3D printing and you take the part off the 3D printer and it's done. I would say in some cases that's possible, especially with extrusion printing, but in many cases there's a significant amount of hand finishing that is required with support removal, with surface cleaning, with sanding and polishing. That's done manually. Yes, you can automate some of it, but especially if you have complex organic shapes, it's very difficult to automate that. So people don't quite understand the amount of artistic skill that goes into the work that's done, especially in your non-mechanical applications. The third thing that I would say misconception is the cost. So we have had people send us files where they can run it through an online slicer and the cost is $3 and they want us to make it for $3 or $4. People don't understand that there's overhead, there's facilities, there's people, there's equipment, and quite honestly, the professional grade machines that we use, they're pretty high cost. Materials can range from $20 a kilogram to $1,500 a kilogram, depending on what type of material and what type of printing method you're using. So we often run up against this cost issue when it comes to, say, giveaways or marketing items where someone wants 3,000 or 4,000 keychains and people are used to paying $1 or $2 for those mass-produced overseas, which is great unless you need them in a week. And then it's got to be additively manufactured locally to meet those timelines, and the cost can be significantly higher. It's not that the printing companies like Objex are trying to overcharge you. It's just that it does cost a lot of money and a lot of time to make these products using additive manufacturing, especially at large volumes.